Guys, I'm hiding underneath the covers because I'm terrified. Terrified because did y'all really think that those three scenes were really the only scenes that scared me in cartoons? You're wrong! Because no, we still got like 50 more volumes. But now, here are the top 3 scariest scenes in cartoons. Part 2. Starting with number 3. In the episode The Bad Guy Club for Supervillains, SpongeBob and Patrick watch an actual episode of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Not only that, this is technically the first and I think only time we as the viewer get to see an actual episode of what Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy was, which I guess within the SpongeBob episode, the Mermaid Man episode they're watching, we see young depictions of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, which I honestly thought was really cool. I mean, obviously, how else they gonna kick ass? I mean, it's only to be expected. Though, I guess it makes sense that Man Ray and the Dirty Bubble look the same. I mean, I thought like maybe Man Ray would have been like skinnier or something, I don't know. But either way, it's still really cool to see. And I love the color scheme. Weirdly, I'm not all for this bland kind of like barf color scheme, but obviously here it works with the vintage theme and all. But anyways, on to the actual episode. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy try to stop the supervillains, and we see iconic supervillains that they all list and get all get cool intros. After one of the villains attacks Barnacle Boy, okay, it's hard to explain. Right? One of the villains infects Barnacle Boy. As a result, takes over Barnacle Boy's body. Everything about the whole like transformation is just disturbing. Not to mention that giant arm sticking out of Barnacle Boy. Look at this. He is scary looking. And obviously him going against the team is just so like creepy. This whatever the that thing is called is very scarily designed and hideously designed. But as if that isn't bad enough, it talks. Why the did you have to make it talk? You could have given it Barnacle Boy's voice. But no, they had to imply the fact that Barnacle Boy was unconscious the whole time. You know, SpongeBob close-up shots, we get those in here too, of course. Why wouldn't we? Either way, but the scene of the poison hijacking Barnacle Boy's body was pretty disturbing. I think I remember just being disturbed at the one scene when he was like thrusting his fist in the air and taunting them. It was the most disturbing I remember. Not as disturbing as the Plankton's mom, but not Plankton's mom, Karen's mom, but it was almost there, man. I gotta say though, looking back at it, and again for the Dark Era, let's give it credit. I will say this is a very, very unique idea for a SpongeBob episode, and I'm surprised this one. Oh wait, and it's sad that we'll never get to really get another Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episode, even because of the voice actors passing. R.I.P. to both. Let's move on to part 2. The infamous Wolverine comic would pop out claws. Obviously that was when I was little. In one of the episodes, which I only remembered because when I was finding clips for cartoon characters that are based off of real people, which is another video I'm going to make, Wolverine comic book would pop out claws. It's exactly what you think. It's a joke because, you know, it was banned, and Milhouse asks, quote, why was it so controversial? I didn't even know what controversial meant, but what I did know meant was that pop out claws come out of the comic book and claw Milhouse in the face. We don't even get the cool slash effect, we get like an actual like cut effect. And Milhouse cries in pain, which stains the comic book, resulting in comic book guy getting mad and leading to the whole, you know, episode itself. But yeah, the episode like that scared me as a kid. I think mainly because I didn't even think I fully understood what they were even saying. But I did know that Milhouse was hurt, and he was crying because of how painful it was. I know Milhouse is like meant to be a pussy character on the show. I think anyone, or at least any child, would cry, especially at the thought of pain. So the fact that like it was just so unexpected too in a show like The Simpsons. I mean, you can tell it was bad. Even Bart was concerned. Oh god, funny joke, but a scary kind of execution. At least when I saw it as a kid. Please tell me I wasn't the only one. Anyways, let's move on to number 1.